Falco hits it into the net, and Hawaii wins set one convincingly. Hawaii up 2-0, taking the second 25-23. And in front of another sellout crowd in the Big West Conference Championship, Hawaii will have a chance to crack open the broom closet. Let's check in with Scott.
All right, Coach, down 2-0. What do you need to do to get back in this?
Win a set. I don't know what to tell you. We got to win a set right now.
Okay.
Hit him chest.
What
time is getting in the
There we go.
Buddy roll.
All right, cheers.
Check it out.
Here we go, I'll tell you the horses when the clock started. You stations. Here we go. Let's go, Cord. Hey, the seat's going to be right here.
Yeah, lots of Insta stories of some locker room dancing and singing.
A little bit. A little bit of that, a little bit here.
I think the overall thing that I look at is that I enjoy everything about this game and everything about this program. So when there's times of low energy and when there's times of maybe more frustration over determination, I try to rely on that. Like, hey man, like I'm here because I put in the work, because I love this program, because I love the people that I'm playing with. It's all about simplifying what the game is. Obviously there's outside factors, there's a crowd, there's more hype, there's there's obviously more on the line. But every day we work on something, we work on this game. Every day we try to make things really simple, very black and white, and have a system for everything. And so when I can simplify things to a very short list in a game, it tends to create a good recipe for success. And then being able to start off the match where you're already throwing blows at a team that feels like they're drowning right from the start, and then keep going, making it feel like there's just waves, as if you're in the water and just waves are coming at you.
Winning the whole shebang, Anderson, fitting, 9th kill for him. He hits over 750 for the match, and Long Beach State advances to the conference tournament final.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what's it like as a setter to have so many weapons?
Oh man, these guys work so hard, and if you come in the gym, they're absolutely killing it. And so it's all about rewarding that work. And they work hard in trans, and they work hard to pass me balls. And all I can do is just set hittable balls and give them good opportunities, and they're gonna go out there and hammer.
All right, you're in the championship. Who would you rather play? Be honest now, Hawaii or UC Irvine?
I'm ready to play both. I mean, I know if we play Hawaii, there's gonna be a massive crowd. Hawaii's a big fan of volleyball, so it's gonna be fun.
The stage is set, 1 versus 2 for the conference crown as the Rainbow Warriors look to avenge their only 2 losses of the season against Long Beach State, reigning Big West and national champs looking to defend the league title and return home with the coveted hardware. Coming up, a Big West battle of the Titans, Hawaii and Long Beach State, round 3.
Yeah, this is a great environment. One, they get a huge crowd. Secondly, it's a super knowledgeable fan base of the game. They appreciate great volleyball. It's very rare that when you're thinking and dreaming of being a collegiate athlete, you think of playing in a gym with a few hundred people in it. You think of big matches with big things at stake and hopefully big, energetic crowds. And we're excited to be here for that, and I know our guys are excited to get out there.
This has been everything we thought it would be and more.
So good. It's such good volleyball. It's kind of crazy. I mean, everything and more, absolutely.
Through past experience, this is a Long Beach State team that has the heart of a champion, the making of a squad that can come back in a situation like this. Floats it over, two-hand pass there, Powell. Outside, Von Silberg against the solo block. How did DeFalco scoop that? And then he goes off the block and out. Point Long Beach State and the defending national champions showing some grit. The team that just doesn't go away. Hawaii taking the first 2 sets, but in vintage Long Beach State fashion, they do not say die. And now they are the team with all the momentum. And what Long Beach State has done, which we thought was virtually impossible at the start of this set, is they have quieted roughly 10,000 people here at the Stan Sheriff Center.
I think this just goes to speak to how even these two teams are and how they have really put on a show here in these last 2 weeks.
A 5-2 run here for Long Beach State. DeFalco. Oh my goodness, pulls the string, delivers an ace. Well, you can toss out all the statistics. It's Hawaii and Long Beach going 5 yet again.
The leader of this team is back to serve for Hawaii.
Aloha ball for a championship. Put down by Solberg. It is over. Hawaii wins. Yep, exactly.
So Hawaii clinches the Big West tournament, and you all stood out for a while as Hawaii celebrated and had their moment. What was going through your mind?
As much as I didn't want to feel the loss, the biggest thing for me was to make sure I feel it. Being able to, be out there and watch them, hold the trophy up or whatever they were doing over there. I had to make sure I felt it, just so that I know going into these next few weeks, I have something in the back of my head. I'm ready to go. I have something pushing me if I didn't have one already.
How did that motivate you?
I didn't want to feel that again. I wanted to feel it on that day so I didn't have to feel it ever again. And I knew most of the guys on the team were thinking the same way.
Welcome these 3 other teams to our beautiful city of Long Beach. We're very lucky to be able to host you here this year. Long Beach is a very proud city, and in the past few years, we've been trying to do a lot for this city to make this hosting happen. So thank you for being here. I'd also like to thank everyone at Long Beach who made this possible. We have an amazing staff.
Our strength and conditioning and marketing and sports information and everybody who wants to be part of this with you, that it's not just a job to them here. So you line up all that and then you cap it off with we're hosting the national championships at the Pyramid, which was something that happened 4 years ago. So someone had to have some vision to believe in what we were doing, not only to host such a big event, but because there's no guarantee you're going to be in it.
It was a hard-fought win. We showed some grit, which is something that we've kind of based this season off of. Kudos to Pepperdine. They're a great team that had a great season. There's a lot of things that we want to take back from this game. We know Hawaii
is going to bring some great volleyball.
Well, first of all, they're an incredibly talented team. You know, they got size, they got a lot of good arms, they got a really talented setter, they can pass the ball. When you start stacking those things up, you're going to have a good team. And they've obviously had a real good season. I think the unique part of the whole thing is just the way the conference schedule played out, that it just led to this perfect storm that both teams stayed away from each other for 4 months. And then we played each other 3 times in 10 days or whatever it was. And we've had these really, really exciting volleyball matches.
Live from beautiful Long Beach, California, ESPN proudly presents the 50th Men's NCAA Volleyball Championship. And it's a standing room only crowd this evening at the Walter Pyramid as the #1 seed Hawaii Rainbow Warriors take on the defending national champions, the 49ers of Long Beach State. The 4th meeting of the year between these two teams, and this one is for it all. Ready to decide this national championship. Best 3 out of 5 sets. First 4 sets to 25, and we're underway. Service error by Ethan Siegfried, the 6'1 sophomore. Tuaniga throwing the ball into the deep cross-court corner, but that was well long. I think it's inarguable that we're seeing the best 2 setters in college volleyball in this championship match. Tuaniga for Long Beach State and Worsley on the other side for Hawaii. Paraponov goes high flat. A very good start for a very important player, Rado Paraponov out of Sofia, Bulgaria. And Paraponov again, a really important start for number 19 in white for Hawaii. Quick transition again. DeFalco ripping, nice dig into the cross court. And coming right back at you. Stein Van Tilburg, the 6'8 senior. On top 6'2, another tight pass. And an unforced error here. Tuaniga looking to go outside to Kyle Insing. Ace serve. Solbrig dials up the ace. Here is Van Tilburg. DeFalco off the edge of the block and down. Things seem to have calmed a little bit. Hawaii was just absolutely rolling, particularly from the service line. Long Beach State finding some rhythm in the side out in transition. Insing off the edge of the block and down. And Charlie Wade will call a timeout. What's changed here, Michael?
They're somehow finding a way, scrapping a way to get themselves back into this first set. And even if they don't win, they're going to get some momentum to carry into the second.
Paraponov off the top. A huge kill. Paraponov is now a perfect 8 for 8. Paraponov stuffed by DeFalco. Now all of a sudden there is a lot of pressure on Hawaii to close out this opening set. I mentioned that the biggest lead for Hawaii was 21-14, but Long Beach State currently on an 8-2 run. There is Gassman, set point number 1. Cracked out in the middle by Anderson.
Not yet, says Long Beach, not yet.
Set point number 2 for Hawaii. Takes a little bit off that. Paraponov again over the top, dug by DeFalco. Right on top. Solbrig with the kill, number 11 in white. And Hawaii is able to get this one into the corral, 25-23, but after leading big, it was not easy, Mike Dodd. Teams will change sides. Hawaii up 1-0.
Coach, when you talk about looking back on this year and reminiscing, whenever that happens, when you get a moment to breathe, what is going to stand out about this season?
You know, there was a lot of interesting chatter about them in their first couple of years in the Final Fours, that somewhere along the line, just because they were the top recruiting class in their graduating year, somehow along the way they were supposed to win the national championship as freshmen and sophomores and juniors, and it became that they didn't get it done. And I always found that kind of interesting. Like, there was no other program in the country that had any top recruits the year before, the year before, the year before. Like, there were other top recruiting classes, but somewhere along the line, this group they were supposed to win every year they were here.
Things that stuck out to you in that opening set?
I mean, Hawaii won it, but it felt like Long Beach State really was the one that gained the most out of that first set, even by taking a loss.
Joe Worsley, the All-American setter, will get things underway. And a chance for Hawaii to strike first. Paraponov is rejected. 3 big blockers in black for Long Beach. Von Tilburg off of Anderson and out of bounds. Very nice play in transition by Hawaii in white. Boy, that is such a brilliant set by Tuaniga, getting the ball to Amato. Ooh, tip to the floor by Tuaniga.
Tuaniga, besides giving incredible energy to his teammates right now, is just playing such a smart game and mixing things up so well.
There's a nice play out of the middle. Hawaii needs a lot more of that, as you pointed out, Michael.
I mean, it's not like Worsley can't do it. I mean, he's proven he can set any ball from anywhere. Parapunov is playing great, but one guy is not going to beat Long Beach State. You got to get everybody involved.
Stuff blocked by Amato, and we're tied at a set apiece. Very similar opening sets, and we talked about the All-American setters and decision-making at the end, and also Josh Tuaniga has really been making some good choices.
Yeah, Josh Tuaniga has been doing a great job of mixing things up and getting all of his players involved, getting Ensing actually just kind of out of a funk, setting him up for some great plays, and just mixing things up. Great serving and great energy. Look at that energy. His eyes tell you the story. He's a leader. He's a natural-born leader.
Quick transition, Van Tilburg through the Long Beach block and down. Oh, that was just a miss by Tuaniga.
Yes.
Paraponov, no, going outside. Van Tilburg off the edge of the block and down. And look at this, Hawaii quickly out 5-0. And a timeout is called by Long Beach State. Worsley again. One-handed flick to the outside, and Tuaniga with the delivery, as you mentioned, number 10 going to number 11. Yeah. And they've been doing it since 8th grade. Worsley knows it as well. Does he go back to it? No. Paraponov! Oh, blocked by Siegfried. Tied at a set apiece, tied at 8 in the third. Much more efficient as well. That ball stuffed to the floor by Worsley. Back row, quick combination. DeFalco with a kill. Ensing after a very slow start, as you pointed out, Michael, really starting to heat it up. Now with 6 kills.
Couldn't have come at a better time.
And that ball, a service ace for Worsley. TJ DeFalco was the National Player of the Year, and deservedly so, but I'll tell you what, Joe Worsley, the outstanding setter for the University of Hawaii, got a lot of consideration. Quickly out of the middle to Gassman, and we're tied for the 6th time.
Hawaii really starting to go to their middle.
Ooh, how about that? Into the cross court, another ace for TJ DeFalco.
Nice.
Back-to-back aces for DeFalco. Overpass here. Worsley with a slam dunk. And we're tied at 17. Boy, this is a very different set than the first. Siegfried.
Such a great
flying high.
Great timeout.
That's why these two teams are clearly the best in the country. Van Tilburg putting the hammer down. And we're tied now for the 10th time. Tuaniga already has a couple of aces. And with 2 set points, I would imagine that he would go after it.
Good pass. What a touch.
DeFalco off the block and out of bounds.
Biggest plays at the biggest moments, Paul.
You mentioned it before first serve, and we should remind everybody watching, Long Beach State has won 42 matches in a row in this building. They have not lost since March 16th, 2016 to UCLA. Wow. 9 stuff blocks now for Ensing and Long Beach State.
Look at that.
And this is that one, 7 free points where Hawaii had to do nothing in order to move the scoreboard, tied at 17. 2 sets to 1. That ball might have been out of bounds. Saved legally by Worsley. Oh, what a play. Tremendous play by number 1 Worsley, and then Cowell staying with it. That might have been a match point save. Siegfried back at the line, the first of 2 championship points for Long Beach State. Pawn off, no, they go to Van Tilburg, high up off the block and out of bounds. Championship point again for Long Beach State. DeFalco. A chance for Hawaii to tie. Tight set to Puraponov. DeFalco again, ball set too tight, but he slugs it down through. The 20th kill for TJ DeFalco, the 2nd NCAA championship for he and an amazing senior class.
That final championship point, what was going through your mind?
I initially wanted to see the team, but my initial reaction was just to relax and just think back and you know, just from all the hype that the game was around, I kind of just relaxed. So I did a little, instead of running around, I did a little walk around. And the first person I saw, I locked eyes with was my older brother. And I wasn't just gonna look at him and then look away. It was like, all right, I'm gonna make a beeline for this guy, give him a hug, and go straight back to my team and share the love that, you know, that was there.
And Paul, we talked about all that pressure, defending it on your home court, and now let the party begin for Long Beach State.
Kyle Ensing, Jordan Molina, Josh Tuaniga, TJ DeFalco, Nick Amato. 4 years here at Long Beach State, twice into the semifinals, and 2 national championships, and the last one coming in their home gym.
Alan, when these guys, committed to you 6 freaking years ago, or however long it's been, I know this was more or less the last 4 years has gone pretty close to how you would have envisioned it going in a best case scenario, right? Can you just kind of reflect on that, what that's been like?
Yeah, well, I mean, you're talking about a team that came in and went to 4 Final Fours and won back-to-back national championships, won 40-plus straight matches in the pyramid, and smashed records right, left, and center. But while they did it the right way. They did it very unselfish. They did it with hard work and grit. Every one of them have been a player of the year at some point. They energized men's volleyball here, and they moved the mark nationally.
Like you mentioned, a 42 win streak at home. What has Long Beach State and this team the last 2 years and the last 4 years, what has it done for the sport of volleyball?
You're hoping that we just helped move the mark and open the eyes of some people of how amazing this sport is, how athletic these guys are, how incredible this game is to watch. I think hopefully between the matches between us and Hawaii and so many other matches, the Pepperdine match or matches with Santa Barbara, or there's so many you could throw into that people are starting to realize that maybe men's volleyball is the best kept secret in America.
What legacy do you all kind of think or hope that you're leaving on the Long Beach State program?
Well, I think there's some effects showing right now. I mean, you see like a ton of shirts with grid on it. I mean, which is, something that, which is something that we talk about every day in our gym.
The 4 years I spent with the seniors here, being able to look back on it, it was more of just like, man, everything's coming full circle. Everything is done. To be able to finish things up and close a chapter on this huge part of my life.
When you talk about those special guys, obviously from the top down, everyone plays a huge role. But you have an incredible senior class this year. Can you tell us about those players?
Yeah, it couldn't have ended any better. You couldn't have written a better script for these guys to win their back-to-back championships and win their senior year on their home floor in front of all their friends and family in the Long Beach Nation. So you're happy for them. This program's way bigger than any of those guys or me or anybody here. It will go on. It will go on after these guys leave. It'll go on when I'm not coaching. It will go on. It will keep going. But I don't want to take anything away from this group, because this will go down clearly as the most special group that's ever came through our program, and maybe one of the most special groups that have ever came through college volleyball.
Do you guys feel that this is the greatest college men's volleyball team we'll see in our lifetime?
You guys want to try to answer that? I have no idea. There's so many different variables into that. The best ever, we'll never know.
Let me say that has been posed to me now for a couple of years. And there's been some people that have made that statement over and over again. There is no way to compare generations of volleyball. There's been so many good players that have played this game, and so many great teams, and the rules have changed and the systems have changed. But I've been around this game for a long time, and I don't know. That we'll leave it for the experts like you, Vinny, who run a blog and run your own website. You can make that decision. I just know of all the teams I've been around, I would like to suit up and play against any of them. And I think we'd have a pretty good chance.
This is the last time we are going to see you play volleyball on this team, on this court. Is volleyball in your future? What's next for you guys?
Yeah.